Hello everyone, and here's yet another OU match, and to make this one interesting, I'm using only one overused Pokemon myself, that being my Scoffed Swampert, and well, I have one borderline Pokemon, Gallade, but basically in this match he just died. So let's begin the match. So this is against Justin from Smogon. He leads off with the Hippowdon, I lead with my Skyder. And this was one of the matches where I desperately tried to get a Skyder sweep, but failed. Because, of course, all Hippowdons carry Roar. So he brings out my Swampert. And he predicts a water type move and goes for Latias, and I'm like, shit, this is gonna wall my team and set up coal mines and stuff, and I'm like, go back to Ubers, you stupid jet plane. So I have to switch here, and I go to my Nidoqueen, thinking he's gonna set up coal mines so I can roar him away, but instead he just attacks me. And I think I can survive one surf, so I go for Toxic Spikes, and I survive, and I set them up. I really should have gone for Stealth Rock here, but at this point I just wanted to get that Hippowdon poisoned. So he finishes me off with a Dragon Balls, and that's sad. So now I bring out my special wall, my Venusaur, aka Pinasaur, who is actually a female, but anyway. So here I set up my lead seed, then I just go for a substitute, cause that's the safe play, cause this Latias is not going to do anything to me. And if he switches, I get a free lead seed off. And he does, and he goes for Zapdos, as I go for another sub. So now I can just lead seed. And he of course goes for Heat Wave, but he misses, and I get an extra turn to wear the Zapdos down. Well, that's probably going to be pointless, cause Zapdos usually carries Roost. But anyway, now I just protect, just trying to be more annoying. And here he goes for Heat Wave, and he gets it this time, and my sub wears off. And here I go for Power Whip to inflict some damage. And next turn I think I'll go for Protect. And he predicts that, and he gets a free switch into Latias. But here I'm thinking like, so that was your best Venusaur counter? So I can probably wall his entire team with this Venusaur, and that's like cool. So here I speed up the process a little bit, because there's a little stall war going on. I set up my lead seed and do the gating, what this Venusaur does. So set up a sub and then protect, and maybe do some damage with Power Whip. Now I get some lead seed off, then I just go for another sub, and I predict the recover here and just go for Power Whip. And now I just protect, and he goes for T-Bolt, and now I know his entire moveset: Thunderbolt, Surf, Recover and Dragon Balls. But finally he switches and he brings out his Skarmory, and I'm like, shit, another wall. So I just go for lead seed here, as he goes for spikes. So now I think he's gonna be setting up his spikes so I can get a free switch into my Miss Mages, my special sweeper, and he does go for spikes. So before he starts whirlwinding my team, I go for a Thunderbolt here, right after these after turn effects. Yep. And he didn't predict that, so that's gonna take Skarmory down. And my next Pokemon, and his next Pokemon is Zapdos. For some reason I go for a sub here. I really don't know why, cause my Life Orb and Sandstorm is gonna wear me down quickly. Anyways, now I go for Shadow Ball here, and that's gonna take the Zapdos down. His next Pokemon is Hippowdon. I just go for a Shadow Ball here, thinking he's gonna roar me. And that's what he does. So he rolls out my Venusaur, which is awesome, because now I can just go for Power Whip. And right after this, after turn effects again, I spank that hippo's ass and it goes down. I even got a crit there, but don't really think that mattered. So now he brings out his Gliscor, I think. Yeah. And I'm gonna see what this thing can do to me, and he goes for Aerial Ace, and it doesn't do too much. So this thing is a wall too. And I'm like, shit. So I set up my lead seed and then go for Protect to get some healing and to damage the Gliscor a little bit. Yeah. So now I switch into my Swampert to take the Aerial Ace. And it doesn't do anything. So here he predicts a waterfall again, but I just go for Ice Punch. So here's a dead Latias, and that's really good for me. Now his next Pokemon is Gyarados, and he intimidates me, so I have to switch, and I switch into my Galate thinking he's gonna set up some Dragon Dances, but he goes for Waterfall. I was trying to trick him at Choice Specs, but I failed. So now I bring back my Miss Mages. Yeah, and I just hope that he overpredicts my Thunderbolt, and he does, so that's a dead Gyarados. But unfortunately, Life Orb and Sandstorm is gonna take me down. So now I bring my Venusaur, but I get totally raped by the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes. So he just finishes me off with a Aerial Ace. Now I just bring my Swampert, so I can outspeed it and go for Ice Punch. That's what I do. And just pray that Earthquake won't be able to finish me off. But I get a freeze here. So that ends the game there. Pretty gay. But shit happens. Anyways, it's a shame that the match ended like it did. but at least it was pretty fun taking his OUs down with underused Pokemon. But if you have watched this video to its bitter end, so leave a comment about would have I survived that bulky Gliscor's stab earthquake. Until next time, bye.